Apologize for that. All right, we got some big names that are going to be out here today. We have Dustin Lynch, of course. We have, there we go. We got Garth Brooks, Hunter Hayes. We appreciate you guys being out here early with us. Also, one thing I want to mention is that if you are on social media, a lot of us are, if you're taking those pictures, make sure that you use hashtag CMA Fest. That way we can actually see what you're putting on there. It is hashtag CMA FEST. Easy enough. And before we turn it over here, I do want to try to take, this worked last year, but there were less people. I'm going to try to take a selfie with you guys and see how this goes. I'm thinking it's not going to go as well as it did last year because there are so many people out here. All right, so hopefully this will work. Ready, on the count of three, guys. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I can tell you that didn't work like it did last year. All right, so without further ado, guys, I want to bring you to who you're actually here to see. Up first, she hosts a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. You've probably seen her by now. She hosts red carpets and things of that nature with ABC and Access TV. And she just launched her own podcast. It's called All Our Favorite People, where she basically gets to pick her guests. Whoever she likes, she puts on air. She said she didn't want me on there, so I won't be there. Without further ado, let's bring out Ashley Iker.
Sorry, guys, we were just talking and talking back there. How's everybody doing? You guys are doing good? All right, we are so excited that you have chosen to join us today. But before we bring Dustin and Zac out, you know, Dustin's been working for the last couple of months on something really special for you guys. He's got a new song out called Good Girl. You guys love this song? We want to show you a real quick behind-the-scenes video before they come out. So you guys, take a look.
So good girl, yeah. Chicago, you brought the inspiration on a big one. Stay tuned, alert. I got it, good girl, 'cause I got myself a good girl. Yeah, you up and took my whole world.
A few weeks ago, we came across something that I just fell in love with immediately, and we just said, well, why not just go record the song? So we decided that. I got to thinking, I cannot live with this song not being heard this summer. Went and recorded it. I called my record label, and then I asked, man, what if we went ahead and put this out for summer 18? They were like, why, hell yeah.
You up and took my whole world and made it so good, girl. Oh, so good, baby. I was lost in the neon lights till the day that you called me yours. They say when you know, you know, and I know one thing's for sure. I got it good, girl, 'cause I got myself a good girl. Still can't believe I found you. Can't imagine life without you. I could take you home to mama, take you to the church right down the street. Yeah, you up and took my whole world and made it so good, girl. Oh, so good, baby. Yeah, good girl. I found you. Good Lord, I'm a lucky man. I could take you home to mama, take you to the church right down the street. Yeah, you up and took my whole world and made it so good, girl. Oh, so good, baby.
All right, you guys, give it a round of applause. I know you guys love that song. So I want to go ahead without further ado and introduce two very special guests. This guy has co-written some of the biggest hits in country music, including Body Like a Back Road, Leave the Night On for Sam Hunt, one of my personal favorites, Cop Car for Keith Urban, Heartbeat, Church Bells, and Dirty Laundry for Carrie Underwood. He wrote Where It's At and Hell of a Night for Dustin Lynch. He's a producer on Dustin's latest album, Current Mood, and he produced the latest single, Good Girl. Will you guys please welcome to the stage, Zac Crowell. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
I feel
Hey.
I like
I didn't know I was coming to do this. I apologize for the clothes. I apologize.
I feel like we need to talk. Let's get Dustin out here before
Let's
we talk
do
about
that.
your
That
outfit.
would make it a
yeah,
lot better
I feel
than me.
he might have an opinion or two. All right. Well, since releasing his platinum debut single "Cowboys and Angels," he has been on a steady path towards superstardom with 5 consecutive #1 hits, 3 top 5 albums, platinum-level certifications and tours with some of the biggest names in country music, from Luke Bryan, Florida Georgia Line, Brad Paisley. Have you guys seen him out on the road? I thought so. He's racked up over 205 million views on YouTube and Vivo, scored 409 million plus streams on Spotify, which I know is all thanks to you guys. Following his sophomore album, Where It's At, which debuted at #1 on the iTunes Country Albums chart, it's tallied over 1 million tracks sold to date. His follow-up, Current Mood, debuted in 2017 and produced his 4th and 5th consecutive #1 singles, including Seeing Red and Small Town Boy. At the end of 2017, he was Billboard's 3rd most played artist on the country albums airplay chart, which is pretty incredible. And with Small Town Boy, it was the 2nd most played song of the year of 2017. It's also the longest running #1 of 2017, which is no small feat. You guys here to talk about his latest single and just to hang out. Please welcome Dustin Lynch.
He got more applause than I did.
He got a little more applause than you.
There he is. What's up?
Well, hey, man.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
Hi, sir. I'm doing great. Good morning. There's a lot of you guys. Holy crap.
I
You're
feel
real-
unattractive next to Dustin.
I just
Dude, here's what's great about what you're wearing.
I fit in.
This is literally Zac Crowell to a T right here. If we're recording or writing music, I mean, you're right at home.
This is it, yeah.
Cool.
Well, I love when you walked up to us backstage. You were like, "Oh wait, this isn't just radio. Like I'm
I
in
thought it
front
was a
of
radio
people?"
thing. I had no idea it was in front of people. But not
love
that
it.
it would change. I would
It
have,
wouldn't
I would
change,
have jeans
actually.
on probably.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah, right.
I just love the swim shoes. I think I used to wear those for swim meets.
Yeah.
This isn't his first
Classics.
CMA Fest.
So let's talk about the single "Good Girl." I mean, this entire song came together really, really quickly.
Yeah.
I know you posted a video. You wrote this song on February 24th in Chicago. Talk about just that day and writing that song and what made this song so special.
Yeah, we actually started at the 24th and then had to go back in. It wasn't finished. We knew it was getting there, but we went back in actually, I think 2 weeks later and finished, kind of added some to the second verse and rewrote some words and melodies in the first. So, yeah, I guess we actually finished it in March. But it's a song that came out of nowhere for us. Just kind of fell out of the sky for us like they always do. And we were out on tour with Brad Paisley, and I just decided, wow, this is really special. I'm going to call Zac and see if he likes it. And usually when I'm like really hype about a song and I'm like, dude, I think I have a hit, Zac has to be the politically correct guy to bring me down and go, man, actually it's not okay. It's maybe okay. I don't know. But in a weird way, this one, he was like, you're right. This is a special thing. So
Yeah, Dustin texted me saying, I think we got one before he had sent it to me, and 10 minutes later he sent it, and I was preparing myself to, okay, how am I going to let him down, tell him I don't like the song, anyway, I loved it. It sounded great, so we did it.
Well, so February 24th, you write the song. And in the music industry, you know, a lot of times when you're writing new music, especially having just released an album last year, there's maybe a year before you actually start releasing new songs and
Oh,
new
at
things
least,
coming out.
yeah.
At least the turnaround. And so with this song, February 24th, then by May 1, you released a video on Instagram that was like, I don't know that I've seen you that excited about a song in a long time.
I've not had this gut feeling about a song since Small Town Boy back in 2015.
Yeah.
Is when I got my hands on Small Town Boy. And, of course, it took a while for that song to come out and the world to hear it. But I haven't had that gut feeling since that tune. And I see what Small Town Boy did for my life. So I can't help but be excited about Good Girl.
Well, and so think about just reaching out to the label, because obviously at that point, they hadn't planned on releasing a single yet. You had a single at radio at that time.
Yeah, we had Abby Jails 2, which has done great for us and it done exactly what we needed it to do after Small Town Boy. And I had this, Zac actually came, we were talking, he's like, man, can we not just record this song and release it? Like, there's no rule that says we can't release a song on top of the Current Mood album, even though it's only 7 months old or whatever it is.
Well, people like to say there's rules in the music industry, and then we just like to break them.
Yeah, exactly. So we broke one.
So we broke some rules, but you guys are glad we broke the rules, right? Glad this song's out. Well, it really is the perfect, like, summer jam.
Yeah, it has that infectious kind of just feel-good thing. We've had with a song Zac wrote called Where It's At, where you just can't help but feel good and be glad that you can roll your windows down and enjoy, summertime with your friends.
So you get Zac's seal of approval to, like, push it a little quicker, which obviously is clearly really important. But then also reaching out to the label and management and getting your team. What were those calls like?
I was a little nervous because I'm expecting you're crazy, no way.
They like to have setup.
Yeah, there needs to be setup, there needs to be structure, and they like to be the boss on releasing music, which I totally get. But so I prepared myself for a no, and when I called the head of my label, he goes, "You think I'm going to say no?" And I go, "Yeah, but I had to ask, or I won't be able to sleep tonight." He goes, "I think this is a great idea. Let's do it." And I didn't realize when he said let's do it, I was headed to Australia for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And so Australia in the house? All right.
There you go. There's a lot of Australia in here.
So we rushed into the studio, Zac and I, and recorded all the music. And then I headed to Australia. And then as soon as I got back, I was dealing with a lot of jet lag, and we had to get the vocal done. So we recorded this vocal.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
No sleep. I couldn't sleep for 9 days. It was crazy. But it kind of gave it that laid-back thing I guess this song needed.
Well, even I know when you guys were recording the song, one of the videos you posted, you talked about that jet lag and hoping that really helped the vocal. Did it help the vocal?
Yeah, I think it needed to be kind of lazy and not aggressive, and I think it turned out great. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really spaced out. You don't sleep for a week plus. You're just on Mars, so.
You're just drinking all the coffee for like 10 days.
That's right.
All the coffee.
No doubt.
And just talk a little about your all's relationship and working together, because you've worked together on multiple projects now. What is it creatively that makes this work?
Dustin, to compliment him, he accepts criticism really well, and he allows me to be honest, and I have a reputation for being honest with people sometimes, and so I love working with him because he's open to suggestions, and yeah. Well, we've been working together since Where It's At, since that song showed up.
Yeah, it's been a great run. That kind of brought us in the studio together, and I guess Hell of a Night did as well.
Yeah.
And so we've had a great success writing songs together, and it's been a whirlwind of success for this guy since the Where It's At and the Sam Hunt and all that good stuff took off a few years for you. Yeah.
Just Where It's At's one of my favorite Dustin songs. Just side note.
Good.
Just side note.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now, Zac, for you, I mean, I know a lot of the songs that you've written, you end up producing, but then Small Town Boy and this song, I know these were really important for you to sort of volunteer and say, I want to do this. Will you please let me produce this? So talk just a little bit about that, and then just working with Dustin and why that's been such an attraction for you to do.
Yeah, Dustin sent me the demo of Small Town Boy, and I called him telling him how much I loved it, and I asked if I could produce it. I don't know if I've ever done that before. Usually people come to you and, it kind of organically happens, but I called him and asked him. I said, hey, man, I love it. I think I should produce it, and it sounds like something that would be in my wheelhouse and something I could handle, and, luckily him and the label agreed, and that song, I think, ended up being a way bigger hit than any of us thought it would be. We thought it would be an important song, but it's turned out to be a really important song, so it's good. Yeah.
And I would say a fun little fact about Zac's producing Small Town Boy. I go over to sing the vocal for Small Town Boy, and I think we tried it once, and he's like, man, it just doesn't feel chill enough. We need to get it more chill. And I said, well, the problem with my vocal is Red Akins sang the demo, and Red Akins was very hungover the day he wrote this song. And I couldn't get out of bed. So I It's a funny joke about how that song came about, but they are out on tour on the Luke Bryan Farm tour. So they heard that song out there on that tour, and so Zac, the second time I came over to sing the song, Zac made me lay down on his couch. So the vocal that's on the record is actually me laying on his couch in the studio. I'm completely on my back, lay down.
It worked.
It worked.
It was
a
a
good
good
idea.
It definitely
He got
worked.
the job done.
Have you had to do that before,
That's
Zac?
that's the first time I've ever done it. Well, a lot of times when you're writing songs with people, Dustin will be over and we're writing, and you'll write a lyric, and we'll just sing a little scratch vocal just to do it, and he'll be sitting on the couch just, and holding the microphone, and he'll sing a quick little line. But there's something cool to not trying, to just the casual thing. So
Just having to be more laid back in the
Exactly.
groove of the song.
exactly. Yeah.
So one of the things I loved about this song with Good Girl was that it was inspired out of a show in Chicago and inspired
Yeah.
by the fans. Were they just incredibly rowdy that night? Like, what was happening?
Yeah, believe it or not, we were out on a three-show run in Chicago. Was our last stop for that weekend, and the night before we were in Pikeville, Kentucky, and we wrote what we think is a hit song.
Go Kentucky.
Yeah,
That's
come on,
my home
Wildcats.
state. I like it.
We wrote what we think is a hit song, and usually whenever that happens, the next day you can't write what you think is a good song. It's just because you think you've already outdone yourself.
It's
Good-
like you've lost all creative juices. Is that
Yeah.
sort of what it feels like?
Exactly, yeah. And Good Girl came out of nowhere. We're like, holy
Sweet
crap,
coffee.
this is actually the hit song. So I don't know what it was about Chicago. It was kind of a cold day, and we just wanted to feel. It's end of February. We're dying for warm weather, and I guess we just kind of willed warm weather.
Especially in Chicago.
Yeah, into the bus, and needed a feel good song.
So you first performed this song at iHeart Country Festival.
Yes, we debuted it there. Yeah.
Talk about performing this song. I mean, again, we talked about the timeline and how quickly you recorded it, getting out on the road.
Sure.
What has been the response on the road from the fans? It seems like it's incredible.
It is, yeah. It's so neat, and I'll never get used to this, is seeing anyone sing back songs we've written and recorded. It's the coolest feeling ever, and, it's only been out a few weeks, and we played it last night in New York to 30,000 people, and they're going crazy singing and pointing at their girls, and it's just cool to have that connection. And, being able to be blessed to do this for so long, I think we know if we have something pretty quick from the stage, and it's feeling like we do. So I'm excited for it.
It feels like that's the best way to test out music anymore is to see the fan response at your shows.
Yeah, it's great. I'm going to keep on.
Because if you guys don't like it, then
No, yeah. If,
We'll move on.
if people aren't grooving to it, what's the point? Exactly.
exactly. Well, Zac, anything else you want to share with everybody?
I don't know.
before
You
we,
tell me. I have no idea. I
Well,
don't belong up
okay,
here.
I've got
Or Dustin?
here. Can we throw to the crowd for Zac has never been to this is Fanfare X, right? Is that
Yeah.
what they're
Yeah.
calling it?
I've never been
Where
here.
should he go next? Because
Yeah.
he wants to experience. What should he visit? Is there a certain place he should go see?
I don't know.
Riverfront.
Riverfront?
Okay.
All
Riverfront.
right, done. I'm
Put on
dressed,
your sunscreen.
I'm
bro.
dressed for it.
Yeah, you're ready.
Yeah.
For
You're
it.
right
All right.
there.
Yeah.
Is there any place you should eat? Anything you guys have had that you really loved?
Southern. Okay.
Southern.
Get you some
I heard
oysters.
barbecue.
All right,
I just
It's on the way to Riverfront. This is perfect.
done. We'll do it.
It's just
My
a
wife
small-
and kids and brother-in-law and them are out somewhere. I couldn't tell you where, but yeah. I
They'll
saw them
wave.
over there.
they're way back.
There
in the
they
back.
are. Big
All right.
time.
Well, Zac, it's great to see you.
I did it.
Thanks for
I-
being here with us today.
I blew away the crowd with my.
You did. Were you guys blown away by Zac? I thought so. I thought so.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing this.
Happy to do it.
Thanks
Oh, I
for
leave
being
now? Are y'all telling me to go?
I
Is
mean,
he
you
staying?
should. I mean,
She's in charge. I'm for
Okay.
sure going to stay.
this
Okay.
is, yeah, I'm just,
He wants to go. Look, he's like, yeah.
kindly encouraging.
Well, I'm out.
Yeah, thank
Cool.
you.
You guys give Zac another round of applause. Oh, he makes me laugh. We like a schedule around here, guys. We want you to get to the live music. here in
Yeah,
just
we're
a
going to
little
play
bit.
some songs here a little bit, too. Fun.
Do you want to go ahead and tell us what you're playing today?
I don't know. I figured we're definitely going to play Good Girl, and then I'll leave the rest up to you guys, all right?
You guys start thinking about what you want to hear. Start
Yeah.
thinking. So, what'd she say?
She's wanted Cowboys and Angels. We can do that for sure. All right.
Cowboys and Angels. It's a classic. It's a classic. I want to talk about the start of this week
Yeah.
And CMT Awards, you wore a really, really tight pink shirt with Jake Owen and John Party. How did all that come about, and are you guys still taking submissions for bachelorette parties?
We are, yes. I'm always looking for a side hustle, and being that it is the bachelorette capital of the world, I feel like that could be a booming business.
It
you could
is.
hire me and Jake Owen and John Party to come out and bachelorette party with.
Would you guys hire them?
Selfishly, that would be a lot of fun.
I'm on the fence. I need like a sales pitch in order to go along with this. So just give me your best sales pitch for you and Jake and John.
I mean, I think the CMT Awards is the perfect sales pitch. We can rock anything bachelorette, and clearly we're really good at partying. So
Clearly. Well, and you know a lot of great songs.
yeah, I mean, we could serenade everybody, and I'm a decent cook. I mean,
Ladies,
I think John Party likes to
decent cook.
clean, so you know.
Oh my gosh. How did that come about for the three of you to do that together?
The CMT sent over. They submitted to us and said, "Will you guys be part of the opening skit?" Maybe. What is it? They said, "Well, you're going to be bachelorettes," and I'm like, "Yes, that sounds hilarious." So it was an honor. I didn't realize. We knew we were going to be on Broadway having a good time. I didn't realize they were going to put me in a skin-tight pink shirt, but
I mean, it was
worked out.
really something special.
That was the most awkward I've ever felt in my life. Because out of, all three of us together, everybody walking the streets of Broadway kind of knew there was something happening, there was a reason. But when we broke up to go back to our trucks and we were solo, people were stopping me, taking pictures, and I'm like, okay, when you post that, can you explain that? I'm not
No,
just...
you can't explain it. You just have
it's
to
just me in
roll
this
with
ridiculous shirt.
it. That was the funny thing.
It was so bad.
We were backstage talking before this, and I was like, we're going to talk about the pink shirts. And Dustin was like, I actually would like an opportunity to explain myself and why I was wearing that.
Yeah, because there's pictures floating around of just me in like selfie mode.
Did you get to pick out which size you were going to wear?
No, they gave us, we walked in and they said, here's your shirt. It's like, okay, apparently I'm a women's 3 today. Awesome.
You need to start having those in merch.
Think
Like
so?
if you start putting those, yeah. Would you guys,
did-
if they're in merch,
I
would you
did-
buy them on the road?
I did save the shirt.
Of course you did.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. We'll probably do something charitable with it, but
You should just sign it and put it.
maybe
somewhere.
it'll be my drinking shirt at the house. I don't know.
I think that'd be great. Or take it out on the boat.
Yeah,
It's
there
a
we
great
go.
boating shirt.
Exactly. If I'm wearing that shirt, everybody knows I mean business.
I could just imagine you rolling out of the lake in this bright pink shirt and just be like, huh, what's
I
happening
mean, if this
today?
music thing doesn't work out, I've always got a side hustle down on Broadway.
There's at least one more side hustle.
Exactly.
We were talking about earlier, one of the things that I love that you have started this year is back in February, you made this decision to nearly every day release a new video on Instagram and just a way to really connect with the fans. What was it? Why did you decide to do that?
We had been so good about posting everyday life on stage, kind of when the hat's on me. And my hat's kind of like my Superman cape. I go into stage mode and show mode when I put it on. And we were really consistent about showing, the high energy of our shows and kind of all that. And then I realized, wait a second, no one knows what goes on off the stage. Let's just flip the script. Let's just wipe everything and go straight up personal. And so we did that, and it's been amazing for me. It's therapy. I mean, I'm single. I live alone, and so I never have anybody to vent to or talk to about this or that or all this stuff going through my head and all these questions I have of should I do this or should we do that? And now I can go to my cameras, and I've got a camera in my truck. I've got a camera in my house, in my bus, and I can just talk to you guys. And thanks for the feedback because it's been amazing. And we because everything we do, the music we make, the shows we put on, we just want to please you guys and do the best for y'all and do what y'all want to do, hear and see. And so it's been great to have that. It's a great tool.
Well, I think one of the things that I love the most about it is just getting the better in-depth picture of who you are. Because so often when we see each other, it's on a red carpet or it's in an interview, and kind of like what you're talking about, we all have to be so on all the time.
Yeah.
And so, especially when the video came out that you released about the ACMs and just being really honest
Right.
about that and vulnerable, which a lot of times people just don't talk about the hard stuff as well as the great stuff. And
Sure.
so what was the decision to release that one, just to be really open and honest with your fans about every single aspect of your career?
Yeah, that's a light that no one shined on that morning. You know, on award nomination morning, I'm the only guy that showed, you know, what goes on whenever they're announcing nominations and things like that. I'm not the only guy or girl that felt that way. And I realized that very quickly when my phone started blowing up from other artists. Like, dude, thanks for showing that side of this business, because everybody works really hard. There's always songs and artists that deserve a nomination. There's just not enough spots. And I feel like, you know, we landed in that position this year. And you know, I'm not going to pout about it or whine about it. I'm going to continue to get better and try and be undeniable and get there one of these days.
Well, it's this mix of being incredibly grateful for everything you've been able to do and build. I mean, the last 5 or 6 years has been unbelievable for you.
Yeah, it's been great.
But at the same time, being able to say, like, sometimes things are hard. And I know you guys appreciate that, too, because it's just is what connects all of us, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of ups and downs in this biz. That's what makes it fun. There's no guarantee, you know, and we're always looking for the next big song and the next big tour, and that keeps it exciting, you know, but it also drives me completely nuts.
Well, the other thing I learned in watching these videos is that when it rains, you get upset that it messes up your hair.
When it rains? What?
You said there was someone in, like, it was a truck cam. Did you guys see this, or am I making this up? I watched this
Oh,
yesterday.
that's right. I did say it messes up my hair.
You're like,
Oh, yeah,
I need
don't-
the sun.
You can't really mess up this mop, but no, I hate kind of how my schedule works when I'm off in Nashville. I like to go in and write a song in the morning, and then I like to fish. And for whatever reason, this month we've had a thunderstorm every day at 4 p.m. and it's wrecked my fishing schedule. So, but I'm working through it.
What have you loved most in releasing this series of Instagram videos and just connecting with the fans and what the response has been? Because I know you guys have loved seeing just different aspects of his life, right?
I think there's a lot of self-discovery that goes on with these videos, because I can watch back and realize that I keep talking about this issue or this problem or this insecurity, and I can address those things. So, you know, selfishly, it's good for me.
Or there's really fun things on there, like your conversations and phone calls with Tyler Rich, or...
Yeah, we're celebrating other artists. You know, we've got the cameras somewhere. Swiss is around somewhere. So you guys are going to make the vlog here pretty soon. But, you know, we're going to have a big celebration tomorrow. Now that we wrap tonight in the stadium, ends our CMA Fest experience. So we're going to have a... Anybody come to the stadium party tonight with us? Good.
Yes.
All right. We're going to have a big celebration tomorrow. It's my guitar player, Chris. He'll be up here in a little bit. It's his birthday tomorrow, so we're going to celebrate him. So we'll do a little vlog out there and bring everybody into what it's like having a birthday party with us.
I also discovered your mom is just about the cutest person that ever was.
Yeah, she had a great Mother's Day.
Yes, she did. It was just chocolate.
Yeah.
It's a lot of chocolate.
She has a 6-month subscription to chocolate, which
I mean, I
is a
wouldn't be mad
dangerous,
about it.
dangerous thing.
That's like great for your mom or like a girlfriend or something like that. These are ideas for all of you
That's
guys
right.
out there.
I didn't know that existed, but it does. So she got it.
Let's talk about Small Town Boy. I mean, this song has been a monster smash for you. It's your 5th consecutive #1. It was a 4-week #1 and the most played song of 2017, which is insane.
It is.
What has that song been like for you from even just a confidence perspective in your career and just the way it's connected with fans?
Well, like Zac said, we knew it was good. We knew it was a big song. You can't plan for the biggest song of a year. There's so many great songs out there, and for whatever reason, it's a song that is going to allow me to do music the rest of my life. You know, it's one of those. It's a next level big song that I've always dreamed of having, and it just speaks, I think, to so many different walks of life, and people can relate to it in their own way, no matter where you're from or what you do. If you're from a big city, it speaks to your heart. You know, it's about the connection you have with someone more than being from a small town. And you know, I don't know if I knew what it was, I would go write it tomorrow, and that would be awesome. But it just has that magical, special thing that, you know, a handful of songs have each year, and I was blessed enough to have it land in my lap and, you know, have a team behind me that made it what it is.
I felt like every time I got in my car last year, that song was on.
I'll tell
And
you,
it doesn't
every time
out
I
of
get
your
in my
head.
car right now, it's on. So I'm digging it. It's
Not mad about it.
I'm not mad about it either. I love it. I still turn it up.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. That song On the Road, I think that was one of the things that I noticed at the end of last year with you on the road, and just how electric that song was in every single arena you played.
Yeah, it is. It's the moment that I wait for every night. I know that everybody in the crowd's waiting for us to play, and it's a feeling that is unexplainable. It's a high and a rush and a buzz that you can't get anywhere else other than country music.
Well, and over the last couple of years, I mean, you're 5 or 6 years in now. So 2012, so
Yeah.
you released the first album. And you've been out on the road. It just feels like you've kept going and going and going and releasing new music, and you're writing and you're on the road, whether it's Luke or doing your own headlining tour, FGL or Brad Paisley. Like, how do you continue to not only reinvent like a set and stage and a set list and the music and just keep going? Because, I mean, there are times where I'm like, does he ever sleep?
No, I don't. I live to be on stage. Me and my band live to play live music. It's just what we were born to do, and because we're so blessed to live our dream, it's a very special thing to us, and this is it's a blessing. We don't take any show for granted. We leave everything we have on the stage every time we take it. And to answer your question about how we keep it fresh, we're constantly changing the set. And it may be very, very subtle things, but to us, it's important things because we can see everybody in the crowd and how people are moving and how they're singing and interacting with us and with each other. And we just want to create that party environment that people want to dance and bring their friends back to the next time we come through town and in the end, make a great memory that night with us and put a smile on their face when they go home. And so we're constantly changing the set because we're constantly improving it, and I can say that with confidence. I feel like over the last several years we've gotten exponentially better, and I've learned from the guys that took me on the road. Keith Urban was the first one to believe in us. Then Luke Bryan. Then we went out with FGL and Brad Paisley last year, and we've learned something from all those guys and girls that we've been out on the road with, and continue to. Yeah.
I mean, after 5 consecutive #1 singles and just the incredible career that you've had in the last couple of years, what do you feel like you've learned the most? How do you feel like you've changed the most?
I feel like I've changed the most because this business, music, has taught me patience. It's taught me perseverance. It's taught me to trust my gut.
Obviously, with a song like "Good Girl" and "Small Town Boy," you're trusting your gut.
I'm trusting my gut. It's a scary thing, but I've learned that if you go with your gut, even if it doesn't end up the way you think it's going to, it's still okay. So I would say that's probably what I've learned over the past several years, and I can apply that to every aspect in life now. Yeah.
What about for some of these guys that you've toured with, whether it's Luke or FGL or Brad? What are some of the things you've taken away from being out on the road with them that you've incorporated into your show and into the future? Well,
Keith Urban, I will say the passion every night. He brings it every night and literally oozes the music. He's the way he feels music and makes music every night. Playing his guitar and sings. It's just there's so much emotion and it's so honest and real. Luke taught me confidence. Just to believe in myself and to be comfortable with who I am on stage. And I think because he's such an idiot and a goofball, he really is. Luke Bryan is a complete goof and a nut, and I love him for it. And he doesn't take himself serious at all. And at the guy that is literally at the top of our game, that is so laid back and so genuine and humble, it allowed me to go, wow, I can just be me and this works. And that allowed me to open my eyes and really start connecting with the people in front of me a lot more. And so I would say, those two guys have really taught me a lot out there on the road. FGL, I'm just going to go down the list.
Just knock them all
FGL, because I've learned different things from everybody. FGL has, I didn't realize how hard those guys work. They're hardworking guys and very creative on the road. And so we wrote a lot of songs out there. We always had songwriters on the bus, and so I've kind of picked up where they left off, when we jumped off tour with them, and I've continued that, and have been really, really. I've had the songwriting community out on the road with me since then. So we constantly have some creative juices flowing.
One of the things I think about you is just the relatability that you have, especially with all these videos that you've been doing on Instagram and just the way people connect. And I think about your parents. Like, how is where you grew up in Tullahoma and the people that have surrounded you and supported you, how has that impacted you in towards of helping you just be who you really are and being confident in who you are?
Well, yeah, Tullahoma is a very, very cool town, and it's about an hour and a half southeast of here. And it's a cool town because I grew up outside. I grew up going hunting and fishing with my dad and racing, and we were always in the shop working on something, whether it was a boat or a race car or motorcycle or whatever we were racing at the time, and country music was always on. You know, we always had the radio playing country music, and that's how I fell in love with it. It was a part of, you know, that lifestyle and still is. And so I think, you know, that I have Tullahoma to you know, kind of offered me those things, and that environment offered me to be outside and working and, you know, in the truck with Dad going to and from and learning, you know, that genre and fall in love with that genre. And, you know, my superheroes growing up were, yeah, the Ninja Turtles and Batman, but right behind them was the guy that's up here next, Garth Brooks. You know,
I've heard of him. I feel like he's
Right?
gonna do okay.
And so, you know, as a five-year-old guy wanting to be like Garth Brooks and dressing up like Garth Brooks, and all the ridiculous outfits he used to wear, I can't believe I'm on stage again in front of him. We got to open up for Garth twice last year, and I guess we're doing it for a third time right here. So,
Where do you find inspiration as you're traveling and you're on the road, and like we said, you're riding on the road so much and you're touring, and I question whether or not you actually sleep. Like, where do you find inspiration for everything that you're doing right now?
you know, it comes from my travels. I get to meet so many cool people and go to so many neat places, and I think that keeps things fresh. And lyrically, I draw from places I've never been before, landscapes I've never seen before, and you get put in a lot of funny situations doing this, and that's inspiring, you know. And I guess the the never-changing, ever-long look for love that I'm at this journey I'm on. I guess I get a lot of inspiration from, you know, chasing love like everybody else does.
Yeah. How's that working out?
Pretty bad right now. I haven't made too much headway.
Listen, it's a struggle for all of us.
Right?
Trust me, it's a struggle. We get all kinds of stories, I'm sure. We gonna take some fan questions?
Yeah, I would love to hear from you
guys got
guys.
questions for Dustin?
Where's
my?
Do we have someone that can
I know we've got
toss
some
a
mics.
mic out there? That would be awesome.
Right over here. Thank you.
Here we go. I like that shirt.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Lacey.
Hey, Lacey.
I just want to say, you're my favorite country singer ever, and I drove 14 hours to see you.
Wow. Thank you.
And my question is there anything that you would tell your fans about you that they don't know?
I'm sure there's a lot. You know what? I had an epiphany the other day. I stopped at Baskin Robbins. No one knows this. This is a new fact. I learned this about myself 2 days ago. And I can only stomach 2 scoops of Snickers ice cream before I get sick. There you go.
I always thought Baskin Robbins had like the best banana ice cream.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to try it. I'm an ice cream fiend, especially this time of year. I love it.
Do we have a Baskin Robbins here?
We have a million of them.
We do?
Yeah. Sure.
It's terrible. I don't know.
Go get you some.
Okay, good to know.
Who's next?
Oh, we got one right over here? Oh, I thought you raised your hand.
It's like an auction.
Front row? I've
I
got
love
one
it.
here in the second row. Y'all look really good today, by the way. Are you guys keeping cool?
Yeah, everybody's got it dialed in.
Some good-looking folks.
Right here.
Hey, oh, hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
You look like you've had your morning coffee. Have you?
Oh yeah, like 3 cups.
There you go. What's your name?
Con,
Hi, Con.
Yeah.
Good to meet you, Con.
nice to meet you too. I just want to let you know that I am your biggest fan. You, my introduction to country music. I mean, Garth Brooks too. Don't hate on me, but I love you so much. So my question is, oh shoot, I totally forgot my question.
What happens to the best of us? It's
Think
fine.
of another
It's
one,
a
Con.
fine.
Of all the places that you've toured out, what was your favorite place?
Oh my gosh. See, that's a hard question to answer in a place like this. Because,
You better say California because I'm from California.
well, I would, okay, in the States, for whatever reason, and I have no idea why, California has been the sweetest to us. I don't know, we always have twice the people, twice the energy. It's always a great state. But this is a tough question because no matter what I say, I'm going to piss off 99% of the people here. I would say my favorite place I've ever toured is Australia. No doubt. Without a question. I had a blast there back in March.
You said they had some good coffee, right?
Great coffee. They call them long blacks over there. And I didn't realize that was an Australia thing. And I came back to the States and I'm like, yeah, I'll take a long black. They're like, what's that? I don't know. I've been ordering it for 2 weeks.
Right, it was really good.
So we had to Google what a long black was.
What is it?
I still don't know. They Googled it. I don't.
We'll have to look it
something, I
up
don't know.
again. We'll look it up again.
It's good.
You guys got a question?
Raise your hands. Raise your
Come
hands.
on
Yeah,
now.
we'll pass the mic to you.
Okay, right over here.
Here we go.
Hi,
Howdy,
how you
sir.
doing? How you doing?
Doing great.
I'm from Hawaii, so.
All
next
right.
time
I've
you're-
never
Nice.
been. The one state I've never been to, and I'm coming soon, I hope.
So I just wanted to invite you next time you go to Australia to come by and see us.
Okay, I can do it. Count me in. I would love to do that.
It's just a quick stopover. Oh,
Yeah.
right over here.
Hi.
Hello, what's your name?
Anna.
Hey, Anna.
Hi. So I just got out of a interesting relationship, found out I was cheated on.
Uh-huh.
So I'm asking, what's your favorite song to get over heartbreak?
Oh, it depends on what mood you're in. How long ago were we talking here?
Like last Sunday.
Oh, sister.
Now, are we wanting to feel down and
No.
we're wanting to feel happy and good?
Yes.
Ooh. Trying to think. It wouldn't, no, it would be,
Do you want only Dustin songs? Are we only going Dustin options or?
That would be up to you.
Got it.
okay, if it's my option, let's do that. That'll be easier because there's so many songs out there. I feel like you need a rebound, okay?
All right. Okay.
I feel like you're in a great place this week to find a rebound.
All right.
There's a
It's like,
song.
are you on a dating app? I feel like.
That's where I'm going. Like, you need to get on Bumble or Tinder or whatever else there is now.
No, see, that's what he was on. I don't want to be.
Well,
I don't want to do that.
okay, well then just go to a honky tonk, find you a cowboy.
Okay. Okay.
There's some nice Southern gentlemen here.
That's right.
This week.
And I would say probably that's why we call each other.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's about a no strings attached relationship.
All right.
There you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, we might have
Great
time
question.
for one more quick question.
Okay,
Right back.
right here in the back.
Hi, Dustin.
Hey.
I drove 13 hours from New York for my birthday.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I was in New York last night.
I know. I seen you back in December when you were at the Starland Ballroom.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it was
Awesome.
My question is, what is your #1 bucket list thing that you would want to do?
Woo.
Great question.
Wow. Can I say I'm checking one of them off tonight, and that's play Titan Stadium? No doubt.
Yeah.
But off career bucket list for me, I want to learn, and I'm going to learn, and I'll tell you why I'm going to learn. I want to learn how to speak fluent Spanish. And my mom hooked me up with some Rosetta Stone for Christmas, so I'm on my way.
I'm half Puerto Rican and don't know a single
All right,
word.
see, there we go.
Awesome. This has been so much fun.
This has been awesome. I never get to do stuff like this. Thank you guys for showing up. It's been fun.
Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to get off stage. You're going to play a couple songs.
Let's play some songs. Heck yeah.
Love it, love it. I love you. Love you. This is so fun.
You guys, while they're getting set up, you want to give Dustin another round of applause? Who else going to see him tonight at the stadium? Everybody? All right. You guys, Dustin Lynch.
Wow, it's one of those. I didn't realize how bad I had to pee till I just stood up. So I think I can make it through a few songs though. If I can't, I don't know. We'll have to have somebody tell a joke. But I want to play you guys our brand new one. This is
This song was meant for